All right, welcome back. All right, we finished our Real Cop Stories videos, 355. Okay, so look them all up. They're our babies. Now we're going to a different way. Now we're going to go on my realcopstoriesvideos.com. We have a website on there, and we need to have you look at it and ask me questions. I'm going to have some questions we got here about all the different things I did. Instead of just giving you a 3 or 4 minute snippet of a story, I'm going to go into background on what the whole thing encompassed and how things happen. Okay, so it's good stuff, and I hope you enjoy it. And give you the website here as soon as I can remember what it is. Okay. Oh, I can't read that. I need the black marker. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to try the first one, and then after that, I'll give you the websites. You can ask me more questions. Okay. So here's the first one. Go ahead.
What was the scariest arrest you ever made?
Okay. Here it is. Scariest arrest. Okay. I went through all my stuff, looking at stuff, and this is what I want. I can kick back now and then relax and tell you about this while I haven't worry about time constraints. Okay. You get all kinds of calls. And you know, back to what I've said originally, they pay us for the 1% of what we need to be done. Okay. We run to gunfire. We run to vehicle pursuits. Women screaming, we run through that door and kicking in doors. Later on, I'll tell you another one where we go into fires. We're not firemen, but we do it anyway. Okay. This was interesting because I worked a small, quiet division, mostly Latino, a few banks. I mean, everybody has banks in it. And, you know, in those days, the banks open till 6, okay, on Fridays. So we cleared it like 3:30. And that's I'm a pretty young officer. I got a new baby, I got 2.5 years on, relatively young, but we call the John Wayne type, man. You know, flat stomach, full head of hair, Latino, macho. Those days I was good looking, now I age really badly. But anyway. And so, you know, that's what you feel like, and you should feel that way a little bit because you're the line between chaos and order. Okay, when there's gunfire, who's going to go to it? Nobody, except us. Unfortunately, in Florida, some of the guys didn't go, but we go. Sometimes we get reprimanded for going too quickly and too aggressively, but we've always said better to be tried by 12 than buried by 6. Okay, I get that, and that's the old police jargon there. You make a decision, you go in there, you exchange gunfire, and if it's wrong later on, then you take your consequences, you go to a judicial system, and you trust the system take care of you. But you do not hold back and say, oh my gosh, I shouldn't do this, and then either a citizen gets killed or you get killed. What purpose does it serve for both of us to get killed, me or the citizen? You're not doing your job. Your job is to protect the public. I think that's primary. I know it's primary. Okay? Even the side of the car says protect first, then it says serve. I don't sound corny, but that's what we do. Anyway, so we're driving around, we're just on patrol, and out comes a call, man. I mean, like 3:30. Bank robbery in progress, possible bomb. Okay, now look, okay, that doesn't get any worse than that. Doesn't get more dangerous than that. Of course, what do? We couldn't get there fast enough. Okay, I was a passenger and partner as a driver. We are cooking. Okay, we hear other units on our radio responding. Okay. She doesn't even have to put out a call to people to respond. Everybody's rolling, okay? So we get there. People on the street screaming, people pointing, you know, in this bank. And so there's glass doors in a parking lot, and there's glass doors on the street side. It's on a corner, okay? So the sergeant rolls up, and he says, there's guys in front of you, take the back. And so, okay, fine. So we got our guns out. Our partner's got a shotgun. We don't know what we have. Okay, we just know there, and so he's yelling, the supervisor, don't go in, and there's a chopper flying over the top. So we're laid out by the doors, and we're looking in the doors. Here's a guy in the middle of the bank, and apparently when he walked in and said this, all the employees bailed out, okay, through other doors, and they hit the bank alarms and everything else. So he's in there by himself, and he's got a vest on. He's got, you know, underneath his jacket you can see what looks like could be dynamite. He's got a wire to his arm. He's got a plunger. I mean, this is like Hollywood, this is real stuff, man. Okay, so we're laying there, you know, and we're not really crossfire. We're like, if you look at the bank, we're kind of offset the door, so we're looking at angles, so we don't shoot each other. The guys on the other side. So we're all basic policemen, and there's training officers that get stripes that teach recruits. Well, the other side was a training officer with his probationary officer out of the academy, which I've been there, pretty much useless, because you're kind of new, you're not sure what to do, and your senior officer is pretty much running the show. And this guy's running the show. We're all laid out on the ground, okay? And we're talking to each other. And my partner and I, we're going, okay, we already got our plans. They're going, if he comes into this door, we're going to blow him away. I said, he's going to get to this door. We're going to blow him away. What happens? Now, we're having a line seminar, kind of. What if the bomb goes off? Well, so be it. So be it. You let the guy come out the door where there's 150 civilians out here watching and news media. Let him get out that door, back up. Oh, sir, please stop, sir. Sir, please stop, sir. As we back, please stop. As we back up, please stop. And then he lights himself off, and you get killed, and so does everybody else. Not you're supposed to do that. I'm glad I could talk more about this story than I did on the small one. This is what we think in those days, because I thought that's the way my whole career. But anyway, so the other side's yelling commands. The training officer, drop the bomb, drop the plunger, and the guy's yelling. I'll use my graphic language. Well, no, I'll use some of it. F you, I ain't dropping nothing. I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna kill myself. I hate the banks. He's going on some kind of political scam about banks and institutions. That doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So we're laying there. Partner's got a shotgun. We're keep saying, "Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready." And we're gonna at one time we're gonna probably shoot him, one of us. And if he starts shooting, I'm starting to shoot. and if I start shooting, he's gonna shoot. That's how you kind of do it. Kind of like, okay, you kind of do that and you kind of don't. You want to shoot when you think it's right, but then again, everybody, you got to stop this guy. You cannot let him get out. Okay, so dangerous minutes goes by. I'm talking, we get there within 3 minutes. He's in there, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes goes by. It's a long time. Okay, he's in there yelling and he's walking around, and so so we're laying there. Now 2 more officers on the sides with us. Supervisor standing against the wall trying to direct traffic. Because we didn't have any hand radios in. It was all done outside verbally. So we're trying to yell at each other. It's kind of a controlled. I won't even say chaos. It's just a controlled situation. And the sergeant's yelling, "Don't let him get out of that bank." Okay. Because a lot of people out there now. Traffic's been stopped, but it's still there. I mean, it's ugly. Okay. So, I hear the other officer yelling, "Don't come out, put your gun." He's yelling the whole time. Put down, put down. The cameras are rolling. There's cameras back there. Everybody's filming. And I'm coming out, I'm coming out. Well, he takes about 3 steps that way, away from us. And I hear boom, and this guy goes down. I mean, right now. Just boom. And I went, headshot, headshot. That's, because I was in Vietnam and, headshots and body shots. Down he went. He wavered, then he went right down. Okay, so he's laying on his side. We can see the plunger. Well, his hand's open and it's just laying there because he's doing what we call the death. We call it doing the chicken. It's like the death throes. They're doing like this. They just don't die instantly. This is in Hollywood. They don't close their eyes and smile. He's choking. He's moving. He's jerking. And then you see it slowly, like he's we call that pissing away. It's like you see. I'm doing it now, like this, and then you see this, and then this, and then this. Takes about 30, 40 seconds or a minute, then you see that, and then it's like, he's gone. See, the life just drains out of him, whether it be blood or nerves, or I'll tell you what happened later, but whatever happens, it happens that way, and it's the way it is in real life. That's the way it does. And, not like TV, Dirty Harry, where you shoot him and the guy's dead in 2 seconds. It takes a while for the body to decide that it's dead. Okay? So anyway, now it's calm. As soon as the shot went off, just no more screaming from the suspect, no more screaming from the officers, sergeants, we're just there. And then by that time, it's been about, since the first call came out, maybe 15 minutes, not even that long. Bomb squad's already pulled up. Okay, and they have this, in those days they had a tractor trailer, and on the bed of the truck they had this huge, probably 12-foot metallic ball, okay? Big dome with a thing on top. And what they would do is, the guy would, talk about old days, the guy in his whole full suit, which he did, he showed up with a full suit, he's putting it on, we're watching him, we're going, I wouldn't want that job. Okay, so he's got to go in there and A, see if it's a bomb, B, see if he can get it off of him, and then pick it up with a special thing he has, and then carry it. I've only seen it on videos, I've never seen it live. We clear the area, he'll come out and go over to that truck and put it inside that structure, and then put the lid on. And then they either take it somewhere to explode it. And they explode it in there. They'll run the wires in there, or they'll do an automatic device where they'll fire around into it. And apparently the theory is when it explodes, I don't say theory, they've done it. It explodes, but since it's round, the explosion is dissipated inside the canister. And I guess it's supposed to be like 5 or 6 inches thick. I mean, it's like a battleship wall or something, a huge thing. Well, they got it on the back of a semi. It tells you how heavy this thing is. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so fine. So we're laying on the ground still, and our sergeant's saying, don't keep covering him. Because we don't know if he's dead. We assume he's dead, but you never know. One of my cop stories, they thought they shot somebody in the middle of the investigation with people watching. Nobody cuffed him, because they thought he was dead. He got up and ran. Okay, so everybody got their butt chewed on that one because you don't know if they're alive or dead yet. You got to cuff everybody. Well, he wasn't cuffed. So anyway, so here comes a bomb guy. He comes in on our side. We mile away. He looks like Robbie the Robot. He's walking in, all this stuff. He can barely move. And we're looking. He gets on his knee. And he's down there and he's looking. He's got a big magnifying glass. He's looking. He's looking. And then it's over when he looks and he goes, maybe he's there maybe 30 seconds. He stands up. Here's a clue. Takes his helmet off, looked like a diving bell helmet. Takes it off. He goes like this, flares, yells out flares. Everybody gets up. Of course, we all run in. Now the FBI is there, because it's a bank. They've been out in the parking lot waiting for us to clear the area. They rolled in. Everybody runs in there. Okay, and so everybody's in the bank. Executives in there. We're in there. And so, pardon my hay fever. So now it's over, and what did they do? They cuffed him. Okay, just to make sure. It seems kind of morbid to you people to look out. Oh my, that's terrible. No, they're going to cuff him and just make sure, just to make sure. Just policy. Okay. So somebody's cuffing him. Okay, good. So they got the officer that shot him off to the side, and he has to be taken to the side. They have to, once everything's calmed down, and he has to be interviewed because it's a police shooting. And the shooting team, you imagine how people are out there. Shooting team shows up. It's an independent internal affairs investigation. They got to go with him and reenact the whole thing all over again. That bank's done for the night. I mean, they've got to do everything all over again because they have to do distances, why'd you shoot, angles, all kinds of stuff. Witnesses, everybody has to be interviewed. So we're bringing food to everybody. We're getting chicken for the investigators because, there's nothing more to be done critical-wise. It's just a nice, not nice, but it's a calmer situation now, And so it's fine. The bank was opened up for us. Everybody went to the bathroom. You could go do stuff because now it's just an investigation. Well, the mistake the crook made, not the crook made, what to his disadvantage, okay, the train officer, I know his name, I can see his face because he worked our division for a long time. He was the department expert in pistols, okay? He set all kinds of records that to this day, he set the records in the middle of 1974. It's 2017. Half his records are still there. Can't be beat. Just unbelievable. And not the old, you're thinking about weapons, cock the pistol and fire. No, this is having to pull the trigger so the hammer goes all the way back until it fires. This is old school weaponry, not Glocks. This is revolvers, 4-inch barrel from 15, 20, and 30 yards. Terrific shooting. This guy is right on the money. He goes to police Olympics. He goes to national competitions because he's got so many medals. I guess somebody said he has a whole room full of medals. He doesn't look at them anymore. This is not good. Boxes of them because that's what he does. He's good at it. He got transferred out of there after about 6 years. And where did he go? Training. He teach all the recruits how to shoot. He was up there for 30 years teaching all the recruits, 30 years of teaching recruits how to shoot. That's how good he was, okay? Anyway, so I talked to him afterwards, like a couple days later. We go to roll call and we're talking about the shooting and we're reviewing everything about this. And for officer information and stuff, and how we did it, and everybody wants to know because not everybody was there. They're asking us. I'm just a very small part of this wheel, and this guy was a major, so we're talking to him and everything else. Well, he said, like we said, he's not getting out. Okay, so he said, what'd you do? I knew I couldn't shoot his chest. They want you to shoot the large body mass so you don't miss. So I thought, well, this is what I get trained for. So I just kept waiting and waiting for the right second, and I thought, he's getting too close. So I aimed for the eye socket and put it right in the eyeball. And then we both went, a bunch of us went, did you put it in the eye you're aiming at? He goes, yeah, yes. And we went, whoa, why even ask that question? Well, you or me, I'd probably missed a whole head. But not this guy. He knew exactly where that bullet was going. One bullet, old-fashioned lead ammo, not hollow points, where we couldn't even kill people sometimes with those bullets. We had suspects where guys were in shootings in the 70s where bullets would actually bounce off their foreheads. Just lead, no hollow point. Yeah. And it was a certain ethnic group that we found, not being racial here, we found that some of their heads are a little thicker than other people. So we found, I'll be honest with you, it's the black people. We found a lot of the black suspects' heads were a thicker configuration for some reason, and a lot of the bullets were bouncing off their heads. Believe that. Or you shoot anybody else 2 or 3 times. I had a partner who shot a guy 2 or 3 times, and the guy bled. The guy ran like 4 blocks before he actually bled to death. The bullets didn't even kill him. It just punctured holes. Horrible bullets. And we got a new chief, and then he changed all the bullets. This is ridiculous. I can't have you shooting at somebody, and the guy keeps on shooting. Again, back to the original prime directive, like Star Trek. If you don't shoot the guy that's got a gun, and he continues on, he's going to kill you. Okay, you don't have a gun. We have guns, so you got to make sure he goes down for the protection of the public. Protect is first on the list. So that's why our new chief changed all that, gave us ammo, gave us better ammo, and then eventually got better guns. We got 45 caliber Glocks and all that stuff. But it took years because they don't want to offend anybody. Who are you offending? Felons? I I never got that. Anyway, so that's probably the scary, back to the original question, it's probably the scariest call I ever went to because the unknown, we didn't know whether it was a bomb, it was road flares. He had some kind of problem with the bank, but you don't know that. It's all after the fact, everybody laughs about it, but at the time, man, you know, you think you're hoping that if you're laying on the ground, it's like in the service, Marine Corps, you hope that if this does go off, that you won't be hurt that much. Now, obviously, you're going to lose your hearing for a while. That's obvious. That's a give. I've done that before overseas. But you hope. So at that time, we're all thinking that this is it, man. This is what's it's going to happen today. It's going to happen. We're going to get hurt. But he's not going to get anybody else. We're the line. This stops here. Okay. So that's the scariest one, and hope you enjoyed it. I didn't go ramble on because now I can talk as long as I want. Well, I'll try to cut them down. I don't want to hear myself talk. Anyway, so hope you liked it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.